Okay. So first we're going to pass out the certificates, or the belts for the lower belts, and then we'll get to you too. All right. Now, I am not going to pass out the certificates today. Master Calhoun did not make it today to sign them. So I need him to sign them, and I'll get back with you next week and pass them out then. All right, so when I call your name, excuse me, I want to hear you yell really loud, hustle up here so you can get your belt. All right, so, Allie! Huh? Is that a key up?
I thought you didn't.
Hurry up, run, let's go, hurry, hurry, hurry! All right, face me, Cheeria, camera. Face Master Weaver, Cheeria, camera. Go ahead, shake his hand. All right, congratulations, ma'am. You don't shake, right? That's our secret handshake, right? Okay. You passed to 8-cup yellow belt. Congratulations. Face me, Cheeria. Whoops, I'm not handing those out. All right, David.
Yeah.
I might lose my voice by the end of the day. All right, face me, cheer it, counter right, face Master Weaver, cheer it, counter right. Never mind, I'm not going to say it right now. Very good, sir. Congratulations, you are now 8-cup yellow belt. Good job. Hanson. Not, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, run. What's that? Is that a run? Quick, run back there. Run. Hurry up, quick. All right, turn around, come back. Hurry up, go. Hurry up, hurry up. Okay, go back again. I'm just kidding. All right, face me. Hurry up. Younger. Hey, wait a minute. What are you supposed to do with your feet when you're in tension? There you go. Good. Face Master Weaver. Hurry up, younger. All right, let's shake his hand. Good job. Shake my hand. Congratulations, sir. You are now an 8-cup yellow belt as well. Congratulations. All right. Face me. Hurry up. Younger. Up. Hurry up. Young right. Face Master Weaver. Hurry up. Young right. All right. Good job. Have a seat. Hanson, I might have given you the wrong size belt. Okay? What size do you have on right now? You don't know? Okay, I think you get a 2. And I gave you a 3. Abdul.
Yes, sir.
All right, take your chair. And take Master Weaver's chair. Take his hand. Congratulations, sir. You're now a 7-cup yellow belt. Good belt, sir. Face me, chair. And face Master Weaver. All right, good job. Bill.
Yes, sir.
Face me, Chariot, Kyunray, face Master Weaver, Chariot, Kyunray, shake his hand. All right, congratulations, sir. You are now a 7-cup yellow belt as well. You guys are progressing along very well. Face me, Chariot, Kyunray, and Master Weaver, Chariot, Kyunray. Excellent job. Good on you. Come on. Face me, Chariot, Kyunray, face Master Weaver, Chariot, Kyunray. Good job, sir. Is that permanent? Must be. Every time I look at you, you're smiling. That's a good thing. Where are you going? Go ahead, take the belt. Congratulations, you are now a 7-cup yellow belt as well. Face me, Chariot, Cameron, and face Master Weaver, Chariot, Cameron. Good job. Joshua! Face me, Chariot, Cameron, face Master Weaver, Chariot, Cameron, shake his hand. Congratulations, you are now a 7-cup yellow belt as well. Congratulations, sir. All right, great. It's not to leave. Great, young. Excellent job. Hunter!
Yes, sir.
Chit, camera, face Master Weaver, Chit, camera. Shake his hand. Good job, sir. All right, you are now a 6-cup green belt. Oh, you're welcome, sir. Chit, camera, face Master Weaver, Chit, camera. Excellent job. Ken.
Yes, sir.
Face me. Chariot. Kylar. Face Master Weaver. Chariot. Kylar. Shake. There you go. Good job, sir. Keep at it. You are now a 5-cup green belt. Congratulations, sir. All right. Face Master Weaver. Chariot. Kylar. Excellent. Give me that. Come on. Face me, Chariot, Kylar. Face Master Weaver, Chariot, Kylar. Shake hands. All right. Congratulations. Now, it's arts. When you get the black belt, it's even going to get worse. All right. So, would you like to have a chance to spar with him again? I thought so. Okay. Hey, you're the one who kicked him. All right. So, congratulations, sir. You are now 2-cup brown belt. Very good job. Face me, Chariot. Anyway. Chariot. Yeah. All right. Good job. Oh, yeah. There. Chariot. Yeah. Face Master Weaver. Chariot. See, wasn't all that worth it? All those failed strike tests? Huh? By the way, you guys, you don't fail your strike test. You come to me, I test you, and then I tell you what you need to improve on. You're not failing, you're just learning more. Every time you do something, and when you think you're failing, the only time you're failing is if you do nothing about it. You fail when you do nothing about it. But when you learn from whatever it is that you just made a mistake on, that's where you're learning. You're going to learn a lot more than if you just, oh, I'm done. I can't do this. All right, so congratulations, sir. All right, face me, Chariot. Face Master Weaver. All right, good job, guys. There's only one belt.
Should you fight for that?
Yeah, actually, you guys are going to have to fight for it.
No.
Okay, I ordered the belts a few weeks ago, and they told me when I ordered them, they are way behind. They said I will not get the belt until at least the beginning of March. Typically, it takes less than 2 weeks to get the belt. So, your belt, I called them yesterday. They said they will be here around the 29th to the 3rd, something like that. That's when it's scheduled to be arriving here. So, and obviously your certificates, I don't even order those until you pass or fail, until you pass your test.
They read the essays first, don't they?
What's that?
Don't they do the essay thing?
Oh, they have to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're not done yet.
Oh.
Hey, you know what? I carried it in the office, that's not it. That's a bad one. That's an unfinished one. He gave me a version of all of them. All right, so you two, come on up here.
Sir.
All right, look, you guys, face us, Chariot, Kylar. All right, good, take his hand, I'll get yours. Congratulations, and good. More intensity, more intensity, more intensity, more intensity, okay? You're almost there with that. And change it, keep his legs up. Congratulations, sir. It's definitely, just like you said, more intensity. Extend their legs up, get them out there, don't short yourself. When you're not kicking straight, you're not finishing the break. All right, so, you guys wait right here, I'll go write your papers for you real quick. See, I took a speed writing class about 2 hours ago. Look, I'm done already. All right, so you might as well go first. And then you go second. Go ahead.
My journey to black belt started when I was 4 years old. Back when I was a mini ninja in Miss Kathy's class. I was one of the first mini ninjas to start the program. I don't really remember much from back then, but I know I enjoyed them a lot. They were very fun. I liked pretty much everything about them, 5-year-old me, or 4-year-old me. I'd like to say I was pretty good at it, and I excelled very quickly. I, at the time, was one of the youngest students to move up from the ninjas program to Taekwondo. And yeah, it was more of a rare occurrence back then than it is now. Throughout my years of Taekwondo, my early years of Taekwondo, my favorite thing to do was participate in tournaments. I loved to compete, and I ended up getting a lot of first place trophies. Me being a little kid, I loved being the center of attention, and everyone focused on me. Before I was 10 years old, I had earned over about 25 first place trophies. And moving on, just before my 8th birthday, I was preparing for my test for green belt. At that time, I didn't realize I was about to learn one of the toughest lessons that I was going to in my martial arts career. Most things came to me very quickly. I was immature and overconfident. After being evaluated, I was told I wasn't ready for my green belt, and I became furious with this answer and began to despise Taekwondo, and I quit. After some time, I decided to try a different martial arts school, and at that school, I made it to blue belt within a year, which is about the equivalent of a purple belt here. So it wasn't the same as here. It was very less quality. It didn't have as much quality. After that year had passed, I quit there because I didn't feel it was the same as here. It wasn't really giving me anything. So I took another break from Taekwondo, and then I decided to come back here because I wanted to try again. And I came back, and I was thinking that I would be able to pick up where I left off, but I had to start over, which was okay because I went through the ranks pretty fast. And I really only came to a road bump when I got to, I think it was purple belt, it was going to purple belt. I slowed down a lot. I didn't get my stripes as fast, and it was a longer process. And it kind of sucked because there was students here that I took class with before when I was first here, and they were now, brown belts getting ready to go for black, and I realized that I could have been right up there with them if I hadn't left, so it makes you wish you never stopped in the first place. Actually, back to when I was a white belt starting again, there was an instructor here, and his name was Master Straw, and if it wasn't for him helping me with my technique as a white belt, I probably would have been there for a lot longer than I was. I wouldn't have fixed the stuff that I'd fixed. Yeah, he helped me a great amount to get started again. So then I got my yellow belt, and I started to remember stuff. I started to get back in the groove of things, and that's when I started getting up to the higher ranks, and then we come to the road bump of purple belt. And that's when my problems with board breaking started. And so with my purple belt test, there was two main problems, which was kicking and breaking boards. It took me ages to get my technique striped as purple belt, because purple belt being all kicks, as Sean would know. How are you? So me struggling with that ended up with me failing two different tests. I failed my purple to high purple test and my high purple to brown, both of which their break was a jump front kick. So great, just what I need, both of my problems put together. During this time, I started struggling again with martial arts, so I didn't really have a strong sense of perseverance. Kind of just wanted to stop. Nothing was easy. I kept telling myself I'd never be able to do it, so it was very hard to want to continue. But even thinking that, I still tried to push myself, and I eventually, obviously, got up to brown belt and high brown belt. After I got my high brown belt, I kind of just laid back and didn't really, wasn't pushing for black belt or anything. And after around my 14th birthday, I realized I wanted my black belt, and I wasn't gonna let anything stop me. I don't care what it was. Jump front, I don't care. I wanted it. It was my goal, and I was gonna do it because it's my goal. And when you have a goal, you just need to go for it. It doesn't matter what's in front of you, you push through it, and you go for it. So if I were to have not gotten my black belt today, if I were to have stopped, back 4 months ago when I was still unmotivated I didn't see, I didn't have the want for black belt, like it would have been like a waste of time because all of that effort spent to get to that point and stop is like playing a video game, getting the boss, and then quitting. So it's not worth it.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
So it's just, you gotta, if you have a goal and it's what you want, you don't pay attention to what anyone tells you. If they tell you you can't do something, you ignore them because it's what you want and there should be nothing but support. And if you don't get it, just ignore them. Just go for it because it's what you want and only you can make it happen. So.
You're up, sir.
Hana, duo, set, net, dasit, yasit, yoga, yo, ahap, yo. With those words, those numbers, I began a learning experience that would teach me something that I could learn nowhere else. It was the beginning of my road to earning a black belt in Taekwondo. I first learned to chant those numbers as a small boy of 5 years, dressed in a white-bordered, black little ninja gi. I stand here today a black belt candidate with knowledge and confidence that was gained through years of training with my friends and teachers at Krohn's Taekwondo. I have a full life. I enjoy a broad variety of activities. I'm an involved student at my high school and participate in many extracurricular activities. This requires a great deal of time management, and I'm still in the process of learning how to find time to accomplish my goals and still have time to relax and enjoy myself. Throughout my years of martial arts training, one of the most important things I've learned is how to practice one of the tenets of Taekwondo, self-control. There have been times, and I still struggle with this, that I have wanted to watch a movie or text some friends to get together just to hang out. I've learned that I have to work hard at mental self-control to stay focused on what is necessary to complete the task at hand. This is often difficult. One example of this is living through Friday nights in the fall during my high school years. There were times when everyone was excitedly talking at school about going to the football game that night, and I knew that there was a Taekwondo class that night that was particularly important. It took a lot of self-discipline for me to attend the class and get to the game late, missing some of the socialization. I learned to realize that there was time for both, and that by staying focused in class, I moved forward. Hana, do, set, net. Self-control is not only mental, but it is physical as well. As a teenager, I enjoy a pretty typical teenage cuisine. Friends often gather at Chick-fil-A or Chipotle, or sometimes grabbing fries at McDonald's or pizza somewhere. And at home, it's easy to reach for a bag of Doritos or chips when I'm hungry. But after a great workout at a Tuesday night private lesson, I was much more intentional about my choices of snacks, choosing instead a piece of fruit or a protein bar. I would choose a bottle of water instead of a Coke. Once you start thinking about self-control, the thought of perseverance isn't too far behind. As I mentioned in the beginning, I started classes when I was 5 years old. I am 17 now. There have been times in those 12 years when I have lost my initiative. I've gotten tired and discouraged, feeling like I was always being pulled in too many different directions, sometimes made me want to give up. But always, in the back of my head, there was a voice that said, keep going, you can do this. Well, maybe it was the voice in my head. Maybe it was sometimes the voice of my mom or Master Krohn or my dad. At any rate, I learned another tenet of Taekwondo, perseverance. I stayed with it. I worked it into the schedule with the other activities, and I have achieved many things in those 12 years. One of them is that I am here today to test for my black belt. One of the very first things I learned as a little ninja was to bow. It was a simple task for a 5-year-old to learn, bending at the waist. But after years and years of bowing, a little ninja and a student of martial arts learns that it is so much more. It is a sign of respect. At first, it is respect for the Korean and American flags and for your instructors. Even a small child can learn that quickly. Then you learn to spar and you come face to face with another student. Your mind flashes from offensive move, defensive moves, trying to foresee what your opponent will do next. One of you comes out on top. If that is you, you feel confident. If that's not you, you can feel defeated. But when you bow to your opponent, they bow to you. You have a respect for them and a respect for yourself, whichever way the match turned out. And when you bow to a table of masters after achieving a new belt level, you feel a great sense of respect for them and for yourself. Many times during a class, Master Krohn would often emphasize the importance of respecting your parents and teachers outside of school. The phrases yes sir and no sir, or yes ma'am and no ma'am, are heard routinely during discussions at the school. Years of realizing what it meant to bow to someone and to speak to someone with respect has taught me a great deal about the third tenet of Taekwondo, courtesy. It has greatly affected the way I communicate with others. There have been times that we were required to show our report cards to Master Krohn. He would often ask us during class about the activities that were going on in our lives outside of the Taekwondo school. Much of the discussion was simply to get to know each other better, but other times it was to make us accountable for our actions. Master Krohn required honesty in us as we recounted why a grade might not have been as good as it could have been, or why we reacted some way to an event in our lives. Keeping us accountable for our grades and our behavior inspired honesty and a fifth type of Taekwondo integrity. Hana, do, set, net. The last tenet of Taekwondo that I would like to address is the concept of the indomitable spirit. By definition, this means unconquerable or unbreakable. To me, this means confidence, and I have learned a great deal about that tenet in the walls of the school. By nature, I am a quiet and reserved person. It has been a growing experience for me to learn how to present myself, defend myself, and assert myself when necessary. One thing that comes to mind when I look back on this concept is tight fist. It might not seem related at first, but to me it's significant. I have, throughout the years, had a hard time remembering to keep my fists tight during form, sparring, and board breaking. As I type the words, I can hear the voice of Master Crone saying, tight fist. To me, those words have become a charge to be strong, be confident, be unconquerable. Realizing all the strengths that I have learned here, both mental and physical, have given me confidence that I will carry with me throughout my life, and for that I am forever grateful. And so with that thought, there are those that I would like to thank at this point in my life. First and foremost, I would like to thank both of my parents for being supportive, encouraging, and making countless trips to the schools. Their love for me is unwavering. I would like to thank Master Crone, as well as all the other teachers who have taught me and brought me here to where I stand today, including Mr. Kidsmiller, Mr. Schiffler, Miss Bucher, and Miss George. Obviously, I could not have done anything without them and their guidance. I would like to thank Miss Terry, also, for her encouragement and countless trips that she made to take me to classes when both of my parents were occupied with any of my other 5 siblings. Last of all, I would like to thank Andrew and James, who have come in on their own time these past couple weeks to help me prepare physically and mentally for today. The list goes on to thank the friends that I made at the school and who have been alongside me and who have come and gone over the past 12 years. Hana, du, set, net, dasit, yasit, yoga, yoro, aha, yo, Johanna, Yodu. Each of those numbers have come to represent a year of my study at Crohn's. They have gained meaning with each repetition and have formed memories that I will carry with me for the rest of my life.
Good job. Come here. Hey guys. Next March, 1st of March, we'll fix it up. In the meantime, we have one here that we can share. Okay? It actually, what's that? I'm going to teach you guys how to tie. We'll do that right now. Real quick. All right, so you start off with your name on the left side. All right, so you're not allowed to let your belt touch the ground. So here is your name. I'm putting it over there. Well, I'm just going to show you real quick. All right, so geez, I got to put it on myself. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Hold that. Over on that side. All right, and you take that, wrap it around. I'm going to hold it over here a little farther, right there. As it goes around. Overlap. Loop on around. Where's the rest of it? Where's that end down?
So over here.
Ah, I'll leave that down. Okay. All right, and we'll bring this around right to here. Okay, so now this one goes over the top. And tie it up through just like it did doing on the other top. Little step up.
Yeah.
All right, now feel what that feels like. Imagine. Okay, take it off. All right. Okay, so the same thing with you. You're going to start off with the name will be on your left. Right there, you got it, and then just keep wrapping it around. And your right hand on the left side, and your name on the right side. Good job. All right. You guys both stand over here one more time. Right, so, face up, sure is. One more. All right, good job, guys. Give me a moment. It's a lot of work to get to this point. I remember my first degree black belt test. I failed. I did not pass. And back when we were getting our first, second degree black belts, we had to travel. I've traveled to Madison, I think it was. Madison, Wisconsin. I failed my test. My next test, I had to test within 6 months. Next test was Omaha, Nebraska. I passed. I messed up my Ping-On-Edon form. Here, I did 3 of those. And I thought, well, 9 grandmasters, all Koreans, they didn't see it. Right. Okay, so, and then because of that, by then I'm psyched out because I messed up and spent $3,000 to do that. And then I went to break my boards, and it let it bother me, and I didn't break my boards. So I had to do the form and break my boards the next time. Next time I flew to Omaha, Nebraska, another couple thousand, $3,000, I got my black belt. So my first black belt cost me around almost $6,000. So there was nobody in the area that could test us. We did no tests around this type area of the United States. So you guys are lucky. Now that we're at the level that we can test for black belts. But to get to this point, we are very tough on the kids and the adults. We are very strict about how well they perform their techniques and so forth. And I personally would rather have somebody quit because I'm too mean to them. And I don't mean to be mean to them. I mean, I guess you guys think I can be fun. Can I? All right, sometimes. But at the same time, life is not nice. It can be very, very bad. All right? And it's how you handle what happens to you, how you're going to come out of it. If you guys let something that is bad happen to you, bother you, I'm not going to do anything, I'm quitting, whatever the negativity is, you're never going to learn from it. And when you have something in front of you, like us, him failing his purple belt, his brown belt test, hey, that's a good lesson. You learn more when you mess up and you fail than you do if you never fail. Just think of it this way. Everything you ever did was perfect. Nothing ever went wrong. Okay, so now you're older. Now something goes wrong in your life. How do you think you're going to handle that? Not very well, because you're not going to know how, because you've never experienced it. You're going to probably handle it the wrong way. You're going to end up being, responding in a way that is going to be extremely negative and make whatever it is worse than what it actually is. So don't get too upset if we're mean to you. Because I enjoy it. No, I'm just kidding. All right, let's finish up. Do you have anything you want to say?
Yes.
All right.
I failed my first degree black belt test 3 times. First time in Madison, we were on a cement floor. Nope, nothing. It was just a bare floor, and it was about 35 degrees because the other rooms were taken. Okay, so I know when I drove 14 hours to get to Wisconsin that day because one of the masters bought a truck or so, and I had to drive it there. And anyway, no excuses. I screwed up. So I had all this adversity. I screwed up. And that test, if you recall, somebody did really, really well. They celebrated when they broke. They jumped up there and said, "Yay!" Failed. And then we were told we didn't drink enough water because we didn't do enough. As I thought, well, that's ridiculous. Well, it's actually true, right? Water purifies your body. So next time I did well in my forms, I missed my break. I could break in my sleep, except there, I choked. It happens. 3rd time, I choked. 4th time, and back then they had us do the tournament, we had to do the tournament, and then the test. Now they've reversed it. But I got hurt at the tournament. I hurt my leg or something, and then I could barely lift my leg up to do my break. It was a skip stop side kick. Very near and dear to my heart. And they're like, well, do you want to do something different? I said, no, I'm going to do this. And they did not let me do it. So I had to do a fist break off of blocks, which is no easy task either. And I think I removed skin from my knuckle. But in any case, the boards broke, and I passed. So you have to be able to overcome a lot. Like when I failed the third time, I didn't want to take it. I was done. Mentally, I was done. But then as I regrouped, I'm like, wow, I spent all this time and all these hours, and I cried, and I bled, and I hurt. And my class teammates, Master Cronin included, came around me, my family came around me and said, look, dude, why are you going to give this up? Don't. It's a little adversity. Shake it off. Because, like you said, if you don't, you're going to continue to get beat down. Life's going to beat you down. Trust me. Job, school, life in general is going to beat you down. You got to keep rising up. How do I get better from it? All right? I got better. It took me about 2 weeks to figure it out. And I'm like, I'm back in the grind again. Didn't fail my second degree. Didn't fail my third degree. Did not fail my fourth degree. And those tests do not get easy. As you come up through the ranks, second, you better be on. You better be on. Because if you're not, the boards increase, the intensity in the forms increase. If you don't, you're gonna, you know. And then sometimes though, you gotta take a step back to take a couple steps forward. If you don't, life is not easy. No one sails through. Anybody here sail through life yet? Talking to some older folks, and when I say older, around my age.
Yeah.
Life always been easy for you? Sir? Never. Learn from your parents. Listen to the elder folks in the class. Okay? You got a lot to learn. They got a lot to teach you as well. Okay? I want to mention something that Kylar mentioned. I think it's worth talking about. You know how much a black belt costs? Mine cost me $12.50. That's how much it costs. And if you go, anybody that's been to tournaments here, well, I hope that you're seeing what I've seen. Anybody can have a black belt. Anybody can get it. You can sign up for it online. You can just get one. You can go to school somewhere around here, and they'll just give you one.
Hey, do you remember that thing you said about your age?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Black
Black
belts
belts
now.
are $25.
$40.
$40.
$35 and some odd.
Minus the
cents.
embroidery is probably $20. But you can, if you go to tournaments, Kylar, have you been? Jackson, you've been? I know you. Several of you been. Tony, you've been around a while with the. You see black belts, you're like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? That person's the same level or lower than me? You're kidding. Am I right? Kylar? It's horrible. What I have seen in this association in particular, in this school, you don't see that kind of stuff. Your parents will never question, have your parents go to a tournament and have them look. The quality is a lot different here. It's a lot different. Sometimes there's bumps, right? But those bumps eventually will smooth out. Vikram knows. He's been around a long time. Am I right, Vikram?
Yes, sir.
Vikram had bumps, right?
Yes,
We all have had them. Andrew,
Big.
big bumps. But eventually it smooths out. You can go to school right down the street, won't mention any names. Look at the quality of black belt. Look at the quality of person. Okay? And that should bring you here. So if you're not talking to your friends or family about the school and what you're learning here, do yourself a favor. Get them in here. These are life skills. Life skills in here. David, have you learned anything since you've been here?
Quite a bit, sir.
He's not been here that long. And he's, not my age. Okay?
I'm probably older.
I wasn't gonna go there, but.
No, he's really old. He's older than me.
Abdul, what about you? Same?
Yeah.
See? Understand? Get your friends and family involved. Maybe your parents are sitting back there. Maybe they would like to come take a class. Because I think he gives a break.
Yeah.
Maybe a freebie here
Yeah.
and there. Get your family involved. Jackson, why is your mother not on the floor? taking class. You see, getting involved, it's a lot of fun. It can be a lot of fun. It can be very hard. It's a lot of fun. I happen to think I have fun with my classes when I can get in here. But do I take a lot of BS? Do I take any? How many times? Anybody's had, every time I had Aria in my class, whose name do I call out the most?
Aria.
And look at him. I was always on Aria. Not because I didn't like him, I thought he was a great kid. He just did things that were disruptive in class, yes? Not anymore, do you? No. Okay, any questions about anything here? History lessons? Anybody want a history lesson?
I'm gonna give you a different belt, okay?
Okay, that's it.
All right, everybody stand up.
Yes, sir.
Face legs, straight. Come in.
Face masters, get up. Gun right. Face us, get up. Gun right.
Guys, have a great day.
You too, sir.